What's going on, guys? Hope you're having a great day. I wanted to remind some of you that may not know, but recently I released my new book, The Great Care Crisis. You can purchase it on Amazon in the paper format, or you can get it on your Kindle. The nice part about it is it's a nice thin read. Look, it's not going to take very long. Now, please know that we have a special announcement coming soon because all the proceeds from the sale of this book are going to go towards an organization that we'll be announcing here shortly. But I just wanted you to know that the purpose of this book is truly to just raise awareness about the great care crisis, this issue I've been talking about forever. So anyways, in a way, this is kind of my thesis on the long-term care industry. But I thought what I would do is, since it's not in an audible format, I thought I would take a few days and share or read different chapters of the book, share them on social media for those that have any desire to listen to it. And then eventually we'll release an audible and we'll make it available to you guys. But that being said, today we're going to start out with chapter 1. Okay, so here we go. First of all, I want you all to know that this book is ideal for family caregivers, for anyone in the senior care industry, for adult day owners, for potential adult day owners. So I dedicated it to family caregivers, to every caregiver who thought, I can't do this anymore, but did it anyway. This is for you. You were never meant to carry this alone. There is another way, one that brings relief, not exhaustion, connection, not isolation, joy, not just survival. It's called Adult Day. It's not a backup plan, it is the future. To all my senior care professionals out there, this one's for you. You felt it, the cracks in the system, chasing census, balancing budgets, managing burnout, and trying to fix a system that keeps asking for more with fewer resources. What if there was another way forward? One that centers on prevention, not reaction, connection, not just compliance. Could Adult Day be the alternative we've all been waiting for? To adult daycare owners, you believed in the benefits of Adult Day long before the world was ready. You fought for awareness, for funding, for respect, and now the tide is turning. The world is waking up, the vision is taking root. Hold on, the day you've been waiting for is coming. To future Adult Day entrepreneurs, the time is now. Long-term care is in desperate need for a new path, and you might be the one to help build it. Adult Day is more than another service. It's a movement, a revolution in socialization, purpose, and preventative care. It's brighter, healthier, and more joyful days for seniors and their loved ones. So join us. The world is ready, and we need you. All right, so that's who the book is dedicated to. Now, let's get into it. Are you ready? There's some good stuff in here. So we'll just do one chapter at a time. Look, the book is thin enough, okay? You could read this entire book in 45 minutes, I promise. It is not only a quick read, but it's also, it has a storyline to it. There's characters. It's going to pull you in. So it's going to be an easy read. Trust me, I promise you. The whole idea behind writing it with these fictional characters was to, make it so that everyone could read it. Instead of me just, sharing stats and data and all this stuff, it could be relatable to everyone, to family caregivers, to senior care professionals, to everyone in the industry. So that being said, the perfect storm. Most storms give some warning. Dark clouds on the horizon, shifting winds, the static charge in the air. But this one, it built slowly, quietly, silently stacking up behind walls of bureaucracy and tradition until it became a perfect storm. The aging population doubled, then tripled, the workforce shrank, family caregivers collapsed under stress and pure exhaustion. Hospitals and nursing homes overflowed. The long-term care system was broken, and still no one really talked about it. It was the crisis everyone should have seen coming, but no one wanted to believe the system could fail this badly until it did. And in the middle of it all, there was a solution overlooked, misunderstood, and almost forgotten that had quietly been helping people thrive, find joy, and enjoy a renewed sense of purpose. But first, the storm hit and the healthcare system had to collapse. Gives me chills just thinking about it. All right, so chapter 1, here we go. Chapter 1, running on empty. Tampa, Florida, 6:17 a.m. Sarah Matthews stared at the coffee maker like it had personally offended her. It was supposed to start automatically. It didn't. Neither did her day. It just bled from one to the next. A string of 4:30 a.m. wake-ups, burnt toast, teenage drama, and helping her mom, Carol, use the bathroom before the sun was up. She poured the coffee manually, splashing a little on the counter. No time to clean it up. "Mom, I'll be there in just a minute," she called out, grabbing a towel with one hand and her phone with the other. Her inbox buzzed, 5 emails from work, one from the pharmacy, and a text from her boss that just said, "Can we talk?" Her stomach dropped. Talk usually meant you're missing too much work. The thing was, she was. Between her mother's doctor appointments, wandering episodes, and last week's ER visit for a UTI that turned into a full-blown delirium, Sarah barely remembered what day it was. She felt guilty every second she was away from her mom, and guilty every second she was away from her job. It was a lose-lose loop, and she was the hamster in the wheel. She found her mom in the living room clutching a folded dish towel like it was a purse. "I'm ready for church," Carol said sweetly. "It's Thursday, Mom." Carol's brow furrowed. Carol's brow furrowed. "Then I'm late to work." Sarah didn't correct her. It wasn't worth it. Instead, she helped her up, guiding her to the kitchen table and placing a bowl of oatmeal in front of her. As her mom ate, Sarah rubbed her temples. She had Googled everything. Help for working caregiver, affordable senior care solutions, adult daycare near me. Most of what she found was either nursing homes, not an option, or facilities with vague websites and stock photos of old people just playing bingo. She didn't need bingo. She needed a lifeline. Carol was halfway through her oatmeal when she suddenly stopped, spoon frozen midair. "Where's my mother?" she asked, panic rising in her voice. She said she should be here by now. Sarah gently placed her hand over her mother's. "She's okay, Mom. She's just running a little late, remember?" Carol looked confused for a moment, then gave a slow nod. The kind that says, "I don't believe you, but I don't have the strength to argue." Sarah looked at the clock, 6:58 a.m. If she got her mom showered and dressed by 7:30, maybe she could hop on that Zoom call from the kitchen table and pretend her life wasn't unraveling before her eyes. Her phone buzzed again, this time a voicemail from the hospital case manager at Bayview Medical. "Hi, Mrs. Matthews. We're calling about the follow-up plan for Carol. I know we discharged her last week, but we just need to confirm the in-home support you have placed. Otherwise, we'll have to mark her as a risk for readmission." Sarah hit delete. What support? The last time she tried to hire home health aide, the agency said the wait list was 6 weeks long, and they didn't accept her mom's insurance. Meanwhile, the hospital kept calling, pushing for a plan that didn't exist, and her boss wanted to talk. Her teenagers had science projects due, and there was no coffee creamer left in the fridge. She dropped her head to the counter. "God," she whispered, "there's got to be another way." Chapter 1. Look at that. See? That was easy. Look, we went through the dedication, the prologue, chapter 1. It's only been 8 minutes. Easy read. All right, we'll do chapter 2 another day. But if you haven't already, make sure you go to adcpro.com/book, or just go on to Amazon and search for The Great Care Crisis. I think it's an essential read. It really is. For anyone that works in long-term care, for anyone that's caring for a loved one, you got to read this book. If you're an adult day, you got to have this book. It's your story. It is your story. It is my thesis on the future of senior care, and the future of senior care is adult day. I'm 1,000% convinced of that. I've been convinced of that ever since I saw the power of adult day. I saw our members walk through our doors, and I saw them improve physically, cognitively. I saw their families telling us how they were speaking in full sentences again, that they were doing things in the home environment they had not seen them do in years. We were giving their husbands back, their moms, their dads back in a way that these families had never seen. And I'm like, why is this not everywhere? This needs to be everywhere. There's 35,000 home care agencies, 28,000 assisted living facilities, 15,000 nursing homes, and there's like 3,500, 4,000 adult day centers across the country. There has to be more of these centers. There has to be more access to these types of services and good quality adult day centers. So that being said, chapter 2 for another day. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much for your support.